the viewers of Veranda Club. I'm very happy to speak to you for the next couple of minutes. I've been asked to speak about our Sampradaya and our tradition. I know all these days you've been hearing to Swamijis, Swaminis, Acharyas to speak about on various aspects of our tradition. I'll just probably share with you a few insights on our Vaidika Sampradaya, Sanatana Dharma. The Veda, as we all know, is the pramana or the root for our own being and for our own whole culture. But unfortunately, these days people think Veda is something that is related to puja, or it belongs to a particular community, and people do not want to know anything about it, or probably their chances of getting to know about the Veda is also probably less. I would like to just tell you, the Veda, once you have the possibility of getting to know or getting to understand what is the Veda, then our whole living, our whole meaning of living changes. There can be no other text in this world that is as comprehensive as the Veda. This Veda is what is taken as the Mola Pramana, or to be interpreted by great Acharyas in various ways, whether in Advaita, Shankara and earlier Acharyas in Advaita, or by Ramanuja, Vishishta Advaita and Madhvacharya's Veda. But for all this, the Veda is the only main Pramana. What is Advaita, Vishishta Advaita, Advaita? We won't go into all that. These are all lines of Vedantic study. I would probably talk about the Advaita Vedanta. This Advaita Vedanta, if you understand, facing today's life's problems, facing the issues of this world today would be very, very easy. Even the Prime Minister has lately spoken about one of his students who studied Advaita Vedanta and now is teaching in Colombia. He talks about the importance of knowing this Advaita Vedanta. We need not know about it from somebody teaching in Colombia, but just down our own street if you make an effort. The whole creation and the creator has been said to be one and the same. So once that is understood, then your whole meaning of life changes. It's only the whole issue starts when you start thinking the creation is different and the creator is different, and then these various new thoughts of these new cultures and new religions, they bring all these heaven-bound ideas, attitudes, and they all think everything can be only achieved when you go to heaven. If that is the case, I think every individual should think of dying the moment he's born. That is not what we talk about. Everything, what we do, we live here, we enjoy it, or suffer its benefits in this life. And it continues. It doesn't end in one life, it continues. And by knowing ourselves, by knowing the Shastra, we sort of improve ourselves to become better human beings. So this is how our life also evolves. We try to become better human beings. Once we try becoming better human beings, we start seeing the world differently, and we also try to make people around us or the society around us better. This is a great tradition. This Veda, which the Vedanta, and the Veda, which is Vedanta is part of it, is all speaks about such great truths that how we should be. Once that is understood, I think the world will be a better place to live. I, in my own small way, under the instructions of the Acharyas, I started a Veda Pathashala, a place where the Veda, the basic Veda is taught. And we keep this tradition, which has been here for innumerable years, keeping youngsters, teaching them, giving them also a life. Most of them come from very backward and lifestyles or economically backward area lives. So they all become teachers, they become Vedic scholars. So it is something that gives them a life. So, and these guys go around and talk about and do our Veda, by which we get to know about the Veda. The Veda itself even doesn't only speak about philosophy. They even talk about our environment, it talks about water, it talks about everything. So everything that is required today is spoken about in the Veda. It's not only puja that we always attribute Veda to be. Even if you take a small text like Sri Rudram, today all of you all may think it's something that's used for a ritual. But try to understand each word of Sri Rudram. It talks about the encompassing of the whole of all the qualities of the Lord. And so there's nothing left out. So once you just take this one text and understand, then you understand what the Lord is. The Lord is not somebody who sits in heaven. Maybe He's there also, but He's not. But He's everything. He's everywhere. He's in you, He's in me. It's not just that word, like you say, He's everywhere. But then you once read the Rudram, you know, what are all the things He is and what more He is in. So once you start understanding that, then God becomes not somebody who's very far away from you or sitting on heaven and looking at you every day. He's there in you, He's beside you, He's in you, and then it makes life easier and it's a total different